looks familiar, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Now, as we're looking at your collection, do you think hot toys are an investment?
So the value, the aftermarket value is important, but that doesn't tell me to buy or not. It's if I like the movie.
Over here, you said you've had this piece for a while, the Crow, right?
Yes.
It's nice.
I bought him in 2013. So the way made when they made Bumblebee in 2018, I watched it and I love the film.
The next shelf up, which is video games, right?
Yes.
So let's take a look. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Long time no see.
Let me throw back the bat sign here with the collectors.
With bat. I like that in this game you can eat things.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that part. He goes, "Ugh, it's rotten."
Are you listening?
Yeah, right. So here we got some Marvel, right?
Some of them.
These projects.
It's nice. I think you have the talent for that. It's not that difficult. It's the same that in the Mandalorian. It's the same. I made it myself. So it's not that difficult. I didn't have any bugs, anything, just like him. Like
you
that.
Got a loose figure.
Yes, loose figure, but $29.
Oh my god! Wow. Okay, so kind of going down here, we got some Terminator action, right?
Yes.
It's like you were saying, we do have a lot of figures here in common. That's
yes. Sure. I told you in one video.
Yeah.
Of your collection.
Japanese animation wise, this was my introduction, and we could easily say one of the reasons I'm living in this country right now is because of this. Awesome.
Actually, I wanted to buy recently a 1:1 scale armor, real one.
Hey there, welcome to GemiiToys. Here we are once again. This time I have another fellow collector. This collector in particular contacted me on my channel, said he wanted to be interviewed, and I said, sure, that would be fantastic. So let me bring him in. His name is Hadrifter. How are you doing?
Hi, Sergio.
Welcome.
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the invitation to the channel.
Thank you. No, we were talking offline. Great guy we got here. Is this the first time you're on anything collector-wise on YouTube at all?
It's the first time as a guest. Many times I commented. I write a lot. But the first time in anything. I don't have any channel. I don't have anything. My YouTube...
you have your Hadrifter 25 channel, but
yes,
you're not a YouTuber doing collecting and stuff like
that. I don't do that as a living. Is my channel only for commenting. My Instagram account is the same thing, only for follow the trend. And I tried to contact you.
And I think the first time was on a message, and then we got in touch by Instagram.
Yes.
Hattie here told me, why don't are you willing to interview other collectors? And I said, sure. So, that's also an open invitation to anybody. I love meeting new collectors. That's what the show is all about. So thank you so much for joining Hadrifter 25. Do I call you, you said Addy? Addy is how I call you?
Yes, you can call me Addy.
Okay.
Great. And thank you again. You are very open. I thought initially that it were only for the known channels. It must be a YouTube guy with 100,000 followers. No, it's not the case. I 1 week ago I was only commenting in your channel. I follow the normal channels of collecting, and that's it.
It's great to have you. Thank you so much for contacting. And the first question I wanted to ask you is, where is it you're from?
I was born in
Mhm.
Colombia.
Yeah.
Se habla,
What?
se habla español.
Yeah, yeah. Estamos hablando español antes. We were talking
Sí,
in Spanish
yes,
before
yes.
this interview. So
Like 1 hour.
yeah.
So,
But
sorry. My English is not very, very good. I once lived in New York.
Uh-huh.
My parents were in New York when I was born, so I grew up like 1 2 years, and
Mhm.
after that I lived in Colombia. I went to United States several times. I have family over
Yeah.
there,
Mhm.
but I was living in New York one year, and after that I because I have mm, French passport and
Mhm.
Colombian.
Mhm.
So I
Mhm.
went to France to learn
Mhm.
the language,
Yeah.
and after that, in 2008, I lived here in Switzerland.
So you're currently in Switzerland. And what
Yes,
city? What city in Colombia were you born? Where are you
the
from in
the
Colombia?
capital city, Bogota.
Oh, Bogota. Okay.
Yes, Bogota. 10 million people.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yes,
I've
almost.
met several people from Bogota. Yeah, I know the accent there. I should have known your accent is from Bogota. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
they
yeah.
they told that our accent is neutral. We don't
Yeah.
have accent, but everybody has its own theory.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, I'm kind of thinking the Bogota accent. Pero es que usted, that right?
Pero. But yes, and
Yeah, yeah.
in any language, in every culture, are there words that people say the most to help them.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know how
yeah.
to say it,
Yeah, I
but
think well, every area of the world in particular, they have a certain way of saying certain things. I think is
yes,
kind of the way
yes,
of certain way of expressing themselves, certain slang, especially slang, you
a
know.
lot, a lot,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot slang.
So,
Here
yeah.
too, I was told one way in the school, in the French school, and when I first get over here,
Mhm.
they
Mhm.
say another thing. For example, the verb to work in French,
Mhm.
travailler. But when you got
Oh.
here, the people ask you, "T'es allé au boulot?"
Mhm.
That
Mhm.
means, did you want to work?
No, is that right?
And I said, what? Boulot. I'm sorry, what?
Mhm.
T'es allé travailler. Ah, okay. No. So,
Mhm.
so the one word changed a lot
Yeah, yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah,
meaning.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
that
I mean, it happens even, from people from Australia, America. They have these particular words, and sometimes you can kind of imagine what they mean. Like even you're from Colombia and from Spain. We have those particular words that sometimes it can throw you off. It's like what? But sometimes you can imagine it, right? Sometimes you can kind of
yeah, at the
figure it
base,
out.
at the beginning, it's the same language,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
we use it so differently that people here, for example, they imagine that we speak a different language, and it's
yes,
not the
yes, yes.
case.
No, no, no. It's far from the case. That's very, very true. Yeah. So speaking about you a little bit is let's talk a bit about collecting. We'll talk, of course, this is about you. This is about you as a collector, and of course, we're going to be showing your collection. We can see there's a little preview there right behind you. We're going to be taking a look at that later.
That's my backup team.
Yeah, yeah. Do they speak? Did you get your figures to speak yet?
Almost. It
Almost.
depends.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I've been working on it. Sometimes I like to try, I feel a little lonely. I like to chat with them a little bit. No, maybe
Well,
not. Hey.
everyone has its
Hey,
therapy.
dude, you know what? I'm joking, but I'm not joking because when I'm an only child.
Okay.
So when my best friends when I was a child were I think if I say figures that I used the most to speak with was either Masters of the Universe or GI Joes. I would have these
Yes.
full blown conversations. They're talking to each other and all that. So hey, it worked for me. That's for sure.
Yes, me too. But I have
Yeah.
a brother, but I always has almost the same Master of the Universe and GI Joe,
Mm-hmm.
but a little less because in my country at the time the figures and every toy they were so expensive
Yeah.
because of the change.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
Oh, right. The money exchange. Yeah. The
but
difference. Yeah, of the coins. Yeah.
I would say that helped me to understand that you must take care of your own things
Yeah,
because
to appreciate the value that it has.
appreciate,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
word.
I gotcha. Yeah. So speaking of that, real briefly, do you have a favorite Masters of the Universe in particular, and favorite GI Joe?
No, I don't remember that much.
For me, it was always He
Of
Man,
course,
but
for He-Man,
yeah,
yes, of
yeah. Who
course.
doesn't know He Man, right?
I like it also. The lion, a tiger. It
Are
was
you
a tiger.
a tiger? When you said lion,
He
I was thinking Beast Man, but
he was riding a tiger. He had a tiger that
oh no, you're talking
transformed
about he.
itself.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he the Battle Cat. You mean the Battle Cat?
Yes, that
So
one.
the green Battle Cat. He Man riding the green Battle Cat,
Yes.
and then Skeletor was riding Panther, the purple one.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that set.
Everyone
That's,
has its right.
yeah, that's right. And me particular in GI Joe, I love Storm Shadow. I know you like Japan. Yeah, I mean, I saw you're wearing a T-shirt. Does that in Japanese?
Yes, I bought it
Yeah, yeah.
in Hiroshima
Oh
in
yeah.
over there.
Yeah, I've been
I
there.
love.
I've been there once. Only been there once to the museum and all that. It's interesting, but very sad, of course.
Yes, and I don't know if you believe in that, but I could feel the energy. I also visited the
Hey, you're preaching to the choir, meaning yes, I understand. Yes,
yes.
absolutely.
So
It's a spooky energy there.
yes,
It kind of gave me
yes,
the creeps a little bit. Yep, I know
yes.
exactly what you're talking about.
I visited and I have the chance to speak to someone who worked before in the museum, and he had his own truth because he was in the uterus of his mother when that exploded.
Oh gosh,
So
yeah.
he, let's say, he works in, in not far from the museum. There is a
Yeah.
river that pass, and he's over there. So he wants to spread the truth, what happened, what real happened
Yeah,
before
yeah,
the
yeah,
attack.
yeah.
So that kind of things that interests me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
I speak with him a lot,
yeah.
and it was
Nice.
great. So I always admire at the speed that Japan has recovered
Yes,
itself. So
yes.
I, the countries like mine, we had some troubles.
Yeah,
The people say we have this, we have that. I say okay, we're not Japan, but look at Japan.
yeah, yeah.
Not
Speak about trouble. Post World War II. Speak about a country that just completely had to rebuild from the ground up. And then we got wonderful things like Transformers. I just had to throw that
yes.
in there. I started with Diaclone. I recently been getting into Transformers, so that's why I've been watching. And before that, that's when they were starting to create this whole toy lines and all this stuff. Yeah, post World War
I have
II.
a very fond memories with Transformers also.
Good.
They were
That's
so
great.
nice. In Japan, they're called the brand is Takara Tomy, I
Yes,
think,
that's right. I'm looking at the box
and
right now. Yeah, Takara Tomy. Yeah.
the rights were bought by Hasbro.
Yes.
So for
Yes.
us in America, I mean the continent, because
Mhm.
not North America is all America,
Yes,
but
that's right. From top to bottom, right?
yes. They're Hasbro, and they also were very expensive. But with my brother, we have several, and we have them today. He has them over there.
Yeah, I love those old school commercials of the origin. The first time we saw Optimus Prime, I think it was called. Well, it says on the box, Convoy, Commander Convoy, but he had some other name, I forgot. But it started with the Diaclone series, and they had these commercials called Diaclone, and it's typical Japanese. It's awesome.
The Japanese commercial are the best.
They are.
They're very funny.
They're
Very funny.
hilarious.
Yes.
Hilarious.
Yes.
I love it. All right. So speaking of that, going back in time a little bit, what's the first thing you remember collecting? The very first thing you remember collecting?
Yes, they were He-Man, G.I. Joe, as we speak, and I also love very much cars and motorsport and all of that. So I started collecting small cars.
Yeah.
So I remember my parents told me the first time I got beat up, because in our time we got beat up, and
you mean like taking a beating, right? Like taking
yes,
a beating?
They call it the therapeutical beating.
Oh yeah.
So so the first time the I have this crisis in a mall is because they didn't buy me a little car.
Oh,
So because every time we went there, they bought me something. So till now, I have a collection of 1/24 cars, plastic cars.
Oh yeah, 1/24 scale cars.
1/24 scale, yes, and 1/12 motorcycles, MotoGP, and all of that. I also have fighter jets, because I love that. And yes, in my country, I was in a club. We are making exhibitions or our work, because it's the plastic. It came unpainted, and you have to build it and paint it. They're from a Japanese brand called Tamiya.
Yes, I know about. Yeah, I know about it. I used to be really into that, into buying these like model kits.
Yes, model kits.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I got a DeLorean from Back to the Future model kit. I just never finished it. I need to finish that. It's like 70% finished, and I just never found the energy to finish it.
I can relate to that.
Yeah. It's like, gosh, I need to finish that.
Yes, their brand also. All the brands plastic model kits are in the same city, in Shizuoka. At the time, they were made. They were made in wood. So
made like, you mean like made out of wood?
Yes, yes,
okay, yeah.
Like almost all toy company, Lego started like that also, with wood. And I was over there to visit the Tamiya factory. They have a nice museum with real cars that they took to make the 1/24 or 1/10. It depends. The scale is RC, radio controlled. So I like everything that is scaled. I like the that looks real. That's what I like the most. But it's a work that depends of you entirely, because you have to paint it and everything.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. Okay. I was gonna say, do you play? Did you actually? We're still talking a little bit about the past here. So, did you play or display when you're a child? Which of the two did you find yourself doing more? Watching them on the shelf, liking and admiring how great they look, versus playing.
No, I don't think a child must play.
Yeah,
I don't think I can difficult see a child only contemplating seeing something.
Hey, I did
without
it.
without.
I did it. I'm maybe one of those rare ones. That's why I asked this question, because I'm kind of alone here. But I would play quite a bit, but I also
Yes.
love to display. So yeah.
Maybe at some age, maybe when you're, I don't know, 13, 15,
Yeah.
maybe, but
Yeah.
smaller, I don't think you can. Maybe right now, some people you see in the street, you
Yeah.
say look, and they don't only look, they touch,
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
It's hard
natural.
not to. Mhm. It's a natural thing
So
to do. That's right.
and so as a kid, we play we
Hmm.
play and we lost a lot of toys. That's sad
Yeah.
days.
Yeah. 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 What about wrecking or fixing figures? Which of the two did you find yourself more doing when you're a child?
I don't think neither of those, because I don't like to wreck,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't have the ability
Well,
to fix.
yeah, but you didn't wreck them,
But
so you didn't have to fix them. But maybe,
yes,
I don't know. Maybe you had to. Maybe you would like to fix some toy that somebody else broke. One of your friends yanked off the head, and you're like, "Oh, I need to fix this He-Man or
yes,
something."
and that's what that brought me in the model kit hobby,
Ah, I see.
because that's why I wanted to start building something,
Mm-hmm.
and that led me to study uh, mechanical engineering.
Oh, is
That's
that
what
right?
I study. Yes,
Huh.
even if I don't work any anymore in that,
Oh, I
but
see. Sure,
I completely
sure.
changed. But yes, I prefer fixing things.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Now, one thing to mention that I should be asking everybody who is a guest on this section of my channel is, your name Hadrifter is due to
Yes,
you like drifting. Oh,
yes,
just
I love drifting. Yes,
so
it's
you love
the
you mentioned you love cars, you like drifting. I used to
yes
have
the
a Nissan 350Z. That's
350Ts. Yes, I know.
yeah.
I
Yeah, I used
love
to
that
have that
car.
in I used to have that in Los Angeles when I lived there. Oh, I
I
love that
I
car.
love that car. The sound
Yeah.
V6. I love, and it's one of the cars they use for drifting. I have
Yes.
the chance to know the professional drifter from Japan.
Is that right?
When I was living in New York, I was working over there, but I took a flight to Los Angeles. There
Mhm.
was an exhibition
Oh,
of
okay.
professional drifting. The drifting came from a driver called Keiichi Tsuchiya,
Huh.
and the people maybe know him. The people inside the motorsport, they know him. The people normally don't know him, but
Mhm.
if they were to they saw the film Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, the
Mhm.
third
Mhm.
one,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember
when
that one.
Fast and Furious were about cars, not anymore.
Yes.
The people saw him as the old fisherman. He that we the guy that is learning to drift
Mhm.
suddenly appears and had a crash. So Sushiya
Oh.
says he doesn't know how to drift,
Mhm.
and he made the stunts in that film.
Oh, I
So
see.
initially he was a very good driver. He was in the Le Mans 24 hours,
Hmm.
and he was a professional driver, but he liked to drift very much.
Hmm.
So he kind of invented that championship,
I see.
and
I see.
in Japan they made that in the toge. They call the toge as the
It sounds.
mountains.
Yeah, it kind of rings a bell a little bit. Kind of.
Yes,
Yeah, I've
so
heard it before.
it became an unknown activity, activity, to
Mhm.
become a professional motorsport. So so in 2005, I had the chance to know these people,
Mhm.
and they're great. They're very humble, and they're
Excellent.
very skilled. So after I went to Japan in 2013, I took a personal lesson, and
Oh, really?
I
Wow.
was to Tokyo Auto Salon. They called
Mhm.
the biggest parts aftermarket aftermarket parts of all this tuning and modified cars. So I like a lot the Japanese culture.
I know. Recently on YouTube, I've been seeing there's some very pretty Japanese girls who are really into cars, and they really, they're not just doing this because they want to show how pretty they are. They're really into this.
They are they're real
they're really
drifter
real
girls.
drifter girls are a thing. Yeah, no, that's for real.
So,
is there a reason why the 25? Does the 25 mean anything?
No, the 25 is is very original. It's my birthday.
Oh, okay. All right. Sure.
But
no, I need to ask. This is about you, and you feel you just answer the things that you feel comfortable. If you don't want to answer something, by all means, you tell me. Well, that's not something I want to discuss.
I don't have any secrets.
Right.
You can ask it. You can ask whatever you want.
Okay. So so next question would be, what do your family and friends, I don't know, maybe you've had family or friends come and see your collection, or they know you're into this hobby. Any opinions you've gathered from family or friends? What kind of comments do you get?
Absolutely. First, my family, they come visit me every once in a while. I got my mom. She's a fan. There, she has a little shelf with all kind of puppets, small dolls, and they love that. Especially she loves the ancient dolls. So she appreciates all of this. So for me, it's very important. Yes, and I had friends, I had co-workers that came here, girlfriends. And in general, they are at the beginning they don't know what they are looking at.
Sure.
But they started to look at the collection and they say, "Whoa, it seems it looks like the real actor." So for me, it's like you were telling me before when we were talking just before. It's like your own little wax museum.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's
how I saw it when I first started collecting. Is I want to make my little museum. You mentioned museum, then that clicked with me. It's like, yeah, it's like a little wax museum, and sometimes it looks better than even them because these head sculpts, the detail. Maybe it's because of the scale, but we were talking about that. Sometimes they look better than these full blown scale ones.
Yes, I personally I got the chance to visit in the Madame Tussauds in London, and with some of the one figures they had there, I was disappointed.
Yeah. You meaning by the likeness doesn't look like, for example, and I remember seeing an Indiana Jones in Las Vegas, and it's like, that doesn't look like Harrison Ford to me. I remember that. Yeah.
Just another guy dressed as Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
but I took a picture with T-100 Arnold Terminator, and to me it wasn't him. So okay, but I found that the DX13, the Hot Toys,
that's a great one.
Is exactly the same.
Oh yeah, that's Arnie shrunk down to 1/6 scale for sure.
Yes, and that's the Howard Chen, the Hot Toys founder, that said, I want the people have the same figure in their shelf and 1/6. That's what.
Oh no, it's pretty amazing. This is why we spend so much money on these beautiful collectibles, right? I mean,
yes,
that's what it's all about.
We were just talking before that there are new brands like Queen Studios, and they made. You told me that you saw the Loki.
Yeah, they really nailed that one. That's crazy.
It's just crazy, but it's not the same price.
Oh no, we're talking instead of hundreds, we're talking thousands.
Thousands, yes, and it's sold out. So
And yeah, and on top of that, sold out, really hard to get. So in the secondary market, they're just, I would imagine, I don't follow, but I would imagine they're just going up in price.
double, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
It's crazy.
You mentioned you're thinking to get, are you said some Prime One? You're gonna get a Prime One? I think you
Yes,
mentioned something.
I just finished the PS4 game because the PS5 for me didn't exist. You can
Oh,
find any.
yeah, yeah, I got you. Yeah, yeah.
And I just finished this awesome game, Ghost of Tsushima,
Oh, okay.
and you are a samurai in Japan, in feudal Japan.
Mm,
So I
sure.
love at this point that I want my a figure from that game,
Mm,
but Hot Toys didn't have one, and
mm.
as far as I know, they will not produce it.
Yeah,
Don't
that's again what we're saying before, right? Once again, I mean, we gotta say this every once in a while is that we love Star Wars, Marvel, and DC,
yes,
but we like to get some other stuff as well. It doesn't all have to be about that, right? So
yes,
hopefully, we get some. Now we're gonna get that Marty McFly figure. Hopefully that opens the Back to the Future line. So that's nice. I mean, right?
you're real lucky that you're having that figure because
Yeah,
they
well, hopefully get it everywhere in the world, but definitely
I hope to.
as of now, it looks like it's going to be a Japan
I
exclusive,
hope
and I'm
to.
really looking forward to that. But
Yes.
like I said, Matt, that might open the line to the Back to the Future line. We get a DeLorean, maybe with a hover conversion. That's what I'm really waiting for. Is like a hover
Yes,
converted DeLorean.
because it's that people they are making with the first DeLorean. They
Right,
are.
right.
I saw that in YouTube. There are some conversions.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
people
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah,
this the
yeah.
second one.
Yes, yes. They modified it. Yeah, yeah,
I'm sure that if they make the third one, the people will buy it also. We are
yeah, yeah, yeah.
crazy about these 80s, 90s films.
Hmm.
So
Oh, no, absolutely, absolutely.
nowadays in this era that we're living, the nostalgia is almost everything for some
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
So they already have the licenses. So why not to make
Why
that
not? Yeah,
stuff?
why not make variety? No,
I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, we need
Hot Toys
variety.
were thinking. I don't know. Marketing is crazy. I don't know. But
It's yeah, yeah. It's hard to understand, but maybe they
it's
just
hard.
playing it safe. Those, especially Star Wars and Marvel, is it's there's a
Yes.
big demand for it, and I guess the thing I want to say is overall is just playing it safe. That's all I can
Yes,
think of.
but as in sports, when you're playing safe, that will not get you a victory
Yeah.
all the
Well,
time.
hey. That's right. Yeah,
So
definitely not. Yeah, all the time is
all
right.
the time you're not gonna win, and
Yep.
we've seen that. We're seeing with third party brands. We've seen that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always bought Hot Toys, but right
Hmm.
now I pre-order my first Prime One.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
Jin Sakai from Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
So if the people doesn't have what they want,
Hmm.
they will find them. Or
And other options. Yeah. Lately, we
eh,
got
eh,
great companies. They're doing a great job. Toys Era, So
yes,
Toys. I just recently saw the Butcher. I don't know if you've seen The Boys. Have you seen the
no,
series The Boys?
no,
Yeah,
I don't know.
with Homelander, there's this figure called this character called the Butcher, and they
I,
made a yeah. I'm not sure
yeah,
if you're familiar, but
I've
it's
heard
good.
it's a very good show, but
I
I didn't
recommend
have
it.
the chance. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I really enjoyed it. I don't get hooked to TV. Well, this is really internet, but just so we understand each other, TV series. I don't get hooked easily, but I got hooked. Yeah, definitely.
Uh,
Yeah.
I should watch it. Also.
Yeah, if you have time, I definitely that's one I recommend. You like superheroes. I see them all behind you. So this is a nice twist on superheroes for sure. Different,
Okay.
something different. Yeah.
Okay, we should give a chance.
Yeah. Let's see. So what was your first hot toy?
My first hot toy was in 2010. I was in holidays in Colombia, and I bought Hot Toys Iron Man Mark V.
Oh, is that right?
And 2 days
I
later,
started with Iron Man too, so that's two of us.
what was your first one?
Mark III.
Mark III. Okay.
Yeah, and then, but that didn't get me full blown into collecting. What got me full blown into collecting is 1989 Batman. That's why I always blame Batman, not Iron Man, because Iron Man was my first one, but after Batman, it was one after another.
That's one Batman I always wanted. I had the Joker. Sadly, I sold it.
Yeah, you mentioned before that you used to have you had a pretty big collection that you had to move on due to circumstances.
Yes, one time was because I was going to Japan, so I need to
Okay.
gather some money. I sold the Iron Mans. I had 1 to 6, and the Iron Man from Iron Man 3, the one that it doesn't have the armor, Tony Stark. And I have the same shelf over here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But the collection, I would say, it kind of refreshed itself.
Oh yeah, refresh it. Yeah, refreshing.
And I also had 100 something mid-cloth Senseiya, the Knights of the Zodiac.
Yeah,
And
Los Caballeros del Zodiaco.
Los Caballeros del Zodiaco.
That's how I grew up knowing it. That's for sure. But yeah, here in Japan, Saint Seiya. Yeah,
Saint Seiya. Yeah. When it first came to Latin America, they didn't have the original song, and the song from Los Caballeros del Zodiaco was a Spanish song.
Oh, and I know that one. Yeah, it was nothing like the original. I know.
No. It was very, very funny.
Oh, I know. I remember it very well. It was like
Los Guardianes del Universo.
Okay, yeah. No,
so
we understand each other for sure. Yeah.
I have that collection almost complete because Bandai is always releasing something that you never finished. Then, so I say I can't with everything. So I try to focus on Hot Toys.
Right.
And I sold that collection from Senseiya. And as I heard recently from one collector, is let your collection pay your new collection.
Yeah. That's I did that with video games. I still have quite a few Neo Geo games. Are you familiar with Neo Geo?
Yes, Neo Geo. Yes.
Yeah, in Spain we call it Neo Geo.
Neo Geo.
I mean, you talk about pricey. That's a pricey hobby. Like you can finance many Hot Toys with just one game. Some of these go for $3,000, and I was collecting them before they went up so much in price. So a lot of the collection you see behind me was financed with a portion of my Neo Geo collection.
Wow.
I still have quite a few. I still have my absolute favorites, some that I would never part with. But definitely that helped because I was getting some doubles. I had a few multiples and stuff like that. I had a huge Neo Geo collection.
That was in what format? In CD or?
It's a cartridge.
Cartridge.
Yeah, those are the one. The CDs are there's a CD version, but they didn't go up much in value. The cartridges are just some games are just I mean, some I lied to you not. You can buy a real nice car after selling it. Like
wow,
you could buy,
crazy.
I'm talking about $30,000-$40,000.
Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't have any of those, but just to give you and you guys an idea. So yes, I totally agree. Sometimes things that you collected before, you can use to finance something new, such as now we're talking about Hot Toys. So you have some. You're mentioning that you have some pre-orders. You're waiting on a few figures that you're expecting to get. What's the next figure you're expecting coming?
Yes. Right now, at the end of this month, I finished to pay because I choose to pay monthly. A Black Widow that go over here.
Endgame
Black Widow. Yes. Because the other ones are for next year. Right. And this one, I thought I'm not a completionist.
Completionist.
I don't know how to say it, but I don't
Mhm.
have I don't have the need to have everything. But Avengers, have been watching these films from 10 years, so I
Mhm.
think it's nice to have, if we can, all of them.
A nice assemble.
It's a nice ensemble. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have Black Widow coming.
Mhm.
I have Mark Six coming. The
The Mark
the the
6.
the,
Yeah,
the
nice.
War Machine.
Okay, yeah,
War
gotcha.
Machine
Okay, I
Mark
see.
Six. Because I expecting to Hot Toys to release the diecast Mark Six
Mhm. Mhm.
from Iron Man 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, they
But
were doing a lot of reissues lately. Like we even
yes,
have even the Mark III, the what is it? Without being fully assembled, the I don't
no,
know
it's
what they call. What do they call it? The Mark
it,
III that is not fully assembled from the waist down. There's nothing. It's like missing an arm.
yes, that is hanging
Yeah,
in with
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
cables
Right,
and
right.
everything.
I don't know
It
the
just,
actual name of it, but I love the Mark III. But that in particular is not for me. But great for those who didn't get a chance to get it.
as I commented, why not Hot Toys, rather to release that, they release the full Mark III. I don't know,
It could
but
use an update, that's for sure, because the diecast version is way too short. It could use
yes,
an update. The Mark III and the Mark III is what started everything, and
is
it's my favorite. There's
the
no question.
OG is the OG Iron Man. It's the first
It's
that we
it's
saw.
yeah, yeah.
I love the Mark II also, the old Chrome version.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I think they went this route. They should finish it. Release all of them, because
Yeah, yeah.
people are expecting some other things, and they kind of disappointed every time that Hot Toys is releasing something.
Hmm.
So we need to understand they think as a company, not
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
collector.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. But they don't
they
have so much. They have more in mind their,
yes,
themselves as a business than what we want as collectors. Yeah,
yes,
sure, sure.
they should listen. I know that they listen a lot. I know that they see
Oh,
the streamings.
yeah. Oh,
Uh,
recently, yeah, it seems to be happening. Yeah,
so I
yeah.
hope, I actually I write it to them, an email in their page and
Hmm.
their site, and they at my surprise they answered to me.
So
And
you're surprised that they actually did answer, right? Yeah, yeah.
yes,
Hmm.
and I told them, if you want to re-release something like you're doing right now, why not
Hmm.
to release back 89 Batman,
Yeah.
uh, Back to the Future line,
Yeah.
uh, all things like that.
Hmm.
They won't lose a dime.
Hey, you basically mentioned what got me into really collecting like intensely Hot Toys. It was those were my first figures. First was the Mark III, and I kind of that I was like, I'm just gonna get one and that's it. And it did stay that way for a year, but then after, like mentioned, after the 1989 Batman, it was Terminator, and then it was actually Marty McFly.
Yes,
Yeah, so we
I
love
think,
those. We love those, so we want those. Yes.
yes, those lines, they should constantly release something,
Right.
because even the new people, or the younger people,
Yeah, you
they
like
they
new collectors
the new
and
collectors, they
younger. Yeah.
like those
Hmm.
figures. There are people
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
start collecting right now that miss a lot of things.
Yes.
My
Yes.
case, I started in 2010,
Hmm.
and I stopped in 2015,
Hmm.
and I restarted November last year. So I missed a lot of things.
Well,
So
you
for
you just started again in November, and you have a pretty nice collection. We're gonna see it here shortly, but wow, you've been going full at it, as I can see. You've been going quite intensely.
I don't like to make things at half. Go
Okay.
full,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
or don't go.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, go. Yeah. Like full blown or not at all. Gotcha.
Yes,
Gotcha.
I of course I have some figures from before, the
Okay.
crowd, and Terminator DX13. Some figures
Yeah,
that I
great
will
pieces.
never sell. I will never sell.
Yeah. Yes. I was going to ask you, any Hot Toys right now? Just if there's one that comes in particular to mind, any Hot Toys that you really desire that has already been released, or it could have been last year, or a few years ago, or recently that you haven't gotten your collection. You just like, gosh, I really want to get this figure, but maybe it's too expensive or
Yes.
something. Is there one in particular that you really,
Yes.
really desire?
Yes. Well, I could make a top five. Let's just say one.
Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2 Yondu
Yeah, the head sculpt is
is.
amazing.
I think the head sculpt
Yeah.
is one of the best I've seen. But the figure is almost impossible to find, at least 700, 800. And I don't like to buy at those prices.
Yeah, no, sure. I get it. I understand.
I think Hot Toys should release that. That will be one.
Okay. So, I was going to ask you, do you collect figures because you want the source material on your shelf, or because you like the design of the characters, the figure itself? Is it because is source material driving you to get the figure, or is it the figure driving you to get the figure because you like looking at the design?
No, it's because I like the source material.
Yeah, gotcha.
So I want as I told before, I want that Thanos that is in 2D, that he doesn't exist. I wanted to have in my hands,
Right.
in the shelf, in 3D. It's great that we can have this,
Yes.
because there are the true actors, and they are real and everything, but figures like him, we can't touch it. You can't. So I got to like the source material.
Yes, gotcha.
That's for me. It's a must.
Yeah, so
But
basically, yeah, the source material is driving you to the
yes,
figure.
but I also must like the
Design,
the design, and the
the
role
character.
that the
Oh
character
yeah, the
also.
character. Yeah,
Yes,
sure,
but
absolutely.
I have one or two figures that I didn't didn't finish the game. Is the Batman and the Spider-Man.
Okay.
It's because I like it, the
Sure,
figure as it is. So
gotcha.
it's not a rule
Yeah,
that I
it's not
have.
a set 100% rule, but
No,
you have more of a tendency to be driven to the figure because of the source
no.
material, from what I'm gathering.
Let's not
Okay.
forget. I'm doing this, and we all doing this as a
hmm
hobby. So
Yeah.
I think we have enough rules in every day
That's a very good point.
to impose
Yeah.
another
No,
one.
hey, very
So
well said. Very well said. Yeah. Yeah.
so collect what you want, like
Yes.
Dante says.
Yes. Yeah. Um. Any favorite figure in your collection now? Is there one that stands out?
I think you figured it out. DX13. I love that. The
Okay.
Terminator 2
I don't blame you.
battle damage.
That's a great piece.
Yes,
Fantastic piece. How
that's my favorite. Yes,
how addicting do you think this hobby is?
very.
Yeah.
But it's a good addiction.
Hey, yeah. No, it can get out of hand. It can
Yes,
get out of hand, and we have to be careful with our wallets, and also mentally, it can be very mentally absorbing. So,
yes.
in terms of you're always thinking about your next purchase when there is more important things in life. But other than that, I do agree it's a healthy hobby. It doesn't. There's tons of addictions out there that will damage our body. You know, I'm
Yes,
not going to mention any, but you guys and you can
and they're
imagine.
more expensive also,
Yeah.
and you could
So
have trouble with the law.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
Okay,
Yeah.
but yes, it's very addicting, and like everything, you have to keep it smart.
Yeah.
You got to play smart,
Yeah.
because if you want to buy everything, you're not gonna make it.
Oh yeah,
Is
yeah. Long term, you will probably drop
No,
out. You
no.
know, right,
I don't
right.
know how you want to
You
play
really
it.
have to, you just have to strategize and really
Yes,
focus on those. Try to focus on those pieces that you really feel a connection with. You have, like me, I have to have an emotional connection. If I don't
me
have an
too.
emotional connection,
No.
it won't last in my collection if I even get it, because chances are I probably won't even get the figure. So
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, I have the same philosophy as
Mm-hmm.
yours.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so next we're gonna take a look at some choice questions. So just, it's something, if you don't have to choose, but if one pulls you more, just name it. Okay.
That's right.
So quality or quantity?
Quality.
Okay. Light side or dark side?
I think both has
Their appeal. Both
their appeal. Yes.
both are pulling you.
Yes, I think uh, in this life, nothing is light or dark. It's almost gray.
Yeah.
So we like both, and we have both inside.
Yeah. Okay, hang on for the next question.
I know.
Hey,
Hey, nice to meet you.
how are you doing? Your name? What's your name, sir?
Nice to meet you. I'm Adi.
Eddie. Well, nice to
Yes.
meet you too. As you probably were expecting, I was gonna make you the one question I like to ask. Well, maybe two this time.
Okay.
Marvel or DC? I'm looking at your background and I'm afraid to ask. I see your background.
Yes, I can't lie. Marvel.
Well, I don't want you to lie.
At this time, but let me say something.
Sure.
Since I was little to some age, 20 something, all my life was DC, Batman, Superman, everything. But the recent years, Marvel.
Okay, well, hey.
So 50-50.
I know you have. I know you have at least one DC
Yes.
in your collection.
Yes.
So, hey, and I know it's something I like.
Hey, I don't want any troubles with you.
No.
Please,
Well,
please.
I'm just a detective, so I'm doing some detective work here, trying to find out.
You're right. I know something like that.
Yeah. I just want to peek just dig into your brain a little bit, see what pieces you like. So, my next question is.
But if I may, I have the new Batman coming.
Oh, is that right?
The Dark Knight Rises coming next year, so maybe too.
That's a nice choice. Nice.
Yes, thank you.
Batman or Superman?
Batman. I like
we're
that
good
he's.
now.
I like that he's human. So and he's very very smart. So very very rich. That helps.
Yeah. He's not. I'm not. I wish I could be as smart as the actual Batman, but I do my best.
Because you're not. I thought you were.
I'm a bat, and I'm still trying to get my full suit so I can be like the actual Batman.
But remember, he doesn't like hockey pads.
That's true. Yeah, but I'm not one of those guys. I'm somewhere in between.
I hope
those fakes and the actual thing. Now with this multiverse, I kind of fit into that. I'm some version, some distant version.
So you're a variant.
Yeah, you could say that. I'm trying to keep it a secret for now.
Okay, I won't tell anyone. No one is watching this.
Well, I hope somebody is. All right, I'll catch you later.
Okay, bye.
Came again, and I'm losing my earphones. Let me get this adjusted. In a minute. Which one is which? This one is the right. I always get confused with these earphones. Which one is the right one and which one is the left one? But I don't think it really makes a difference.
They're every time smaller and smaller.
Yeah. One says right, one says left. It must be there for a reason. But all right. So yeah, I'm back here. He's gone. Hopefully he stays gone now for a while. And
it was a pleasure to finally meeting him.
Yeah, was it? Okay, well, I'm happy to hear that.
He's nicer than he looks.
He tries.
He tries. Yes.
Yeah, he tries to be nice. I don't know how real nice he is. We're yet to see that. But yeah, he's trying. Well, he's bat. He's a bat hero. So got to be nice to people. We appreciate you having you here. So
Thank you. For me, it's a pleasure. And excuse me one more time for my rusty English.
Oh no! You're doing just fine, man. Appreciate it. So since Marvel is your main thing that pulls you, right? Star Wars, Marvel,
well,
Star Wars.
For collecting, I want my collection is a little mixed. I don't like all Star Wars. I don't like all Marvel. I just want to buy everything that makes me happy.
That's like
I like very much John Wick. He was available. I buy it. Buy him. I would like to have more pieces from the 80s and 90s. I had before. I also sold the Predator. I love
the classic one. Yeah.
I am thinking about buying the Prime one, the new, but it
sounds pricey to me.
Its price is to 2,500 and 3,000 and 3,000 deluxe. So it's pricey, but I think it works. It's a piece. It's 1 meter high.
Oh, wow.
So it's huge. It's 1/3.
Yeah, I know some of those Prime One pieces. I'm not so into it. I haven't seen a whole lot, but from what I've seen, it's pretty impressive.
They are in Tokyo. They have they have a place over there.
In Tokyo, I'll have to check it out next time I go out there, because I want to take a look at them. I don't have the space, so I'm safe for now from collecting statues.
And for me, they are very heavy, so the shipping price is. I try to.
I would imagine very expensive.
Calculate the price in Prime One, $800, $900 is too much.
Oh gosh!
Just for the shipping.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there any character that pulls you more, Iron Man, Captain America, or Spider-Man?
Iron Man.
Iron Man. Okay.
Yes.
Luke or Darth Vader?
Both have good things. I like both.
You don't have to choose. Like I said, we all love most of these characters.
Design-wise, I love Darth Vader.
Gotcha.
I was lucky to buy the few last ones in Sideshow before that it went sold out. Waitlisted.
Gotcha. Yeah, waitlisted. Gotcha.
Yes.
Mandalorian or Boba Fett?
I love both. The character I always like it from Star Wars was Boba Fett, but with the show Mandalorian and Grogu, they steal the show.
Oh
but
yeah, they're killing it.
I love the episode that Boba Fett appears and start blasting and fighting with the stormtroopers.
Oh yeah. Me too. Needless to say. That was
I have that one in pre-order also.
Yeah, no, that's coming to my collection too.
Yes, I hope so.
Let's see, Arnold or Stallone?
Arnold.
Your collection says so. That's for sure.
Yes, and Stallone. they doesn't make that much. I know 3-0 have made recently
There's one.
Rambo,
Yep.
Rambo, and
That's pretty
that's
good
it.
from what I've seen.
But as an actor, I appreciate also Stallone because he writes, he makes his own movies also. Arnold, I appreciate that he passed from weightlifter to governor.
Yeah.
So the people that they are people that can inspire you.
Yes, inspiring,
So
both of them. Wow. Yeah. We were talking before. I don't even need to ask you because we were talking about this before, which is you like video games. Is there a
yes,
video game in particular you'd like to mention that you really like?
Metal Gear Solid,
Nice choice.
Metal Gear,
That's a nice choice.
and I grew up also with Gran Turismo. What I have
Oh
faith
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
time,
yeah.
and I really like all that is simulation. I just 1 year ago I built a PC
Mm-hmm.
to
Oh,
fly
good.
the FA-18, that is the jet plane that flies in
Mm-hmm.
the U.S. Navy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I very into it
Nice.
because I like all that goes fast. I feel the need for speed,
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
and
Um,
I like very much Resident Evil also.
yeah, me too.
Yes,
Me too. Definitely from the very beginning. Biohazard. Yeah.
Biohazard is called in
Mm-hmm.
Japan.
Yeah. Yeah, which I actually like that name better. That was the original name, and I forgot the story why in America they couldn't do it. It's kind of like Street Fighter. The name. Have you ever played Street Fighter? There's a character called
Yes,
Balrog.
Balrog. Yes.
His name is really. It was supposed to be Mike Bison, but because of Mike Tyson, they just couldn't do it. Sometimes they have to change the names, and then they changed it around. Balrog here in Japan is Vega, which also makes no sense because Vega Spanish make more sense. So I don't know.
Vega is that one with the clothes.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, he's
Yeah.
Spanish in the game.
Yeah, I know, but he in Japan he's Balrog, and then M Bison is the final guy with the hat. Kind of looks like in the red uniform. Um, so
Okay,
they kind of change it around because sometimes they have to. Like Avatar. Are you familiar with Avatar?
of course.
The movie they had to change it. What did they change the name of the movie to? I forgot because their actual Avatar movie. Um, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, but I'm not aware how to call it in Japan.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's the Avatar animation, and I think I just forgot because I only seen the movie
That
once.
one with the arrow
Yeah.
here.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Yes. 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 And they couldn't
yes,
call it Avatar in America because then you have James Cameron Avatar, which was with
of
the
course.
wearing they look blue and very tall.
Yes, yes,
So
yes,
things
yes.
like that. I think it was something
That the
something
sequel
like that.
we're still
I
waiting for
know we're
that
waiting for like two or
10
three.
12
Yeah,
years. I
I
don't.
know. I know. There's like two or three movies or more coming.
Yes, the 5 one is the
Yeah.
2050. It's
Yeah.
going to
So real quickly here, favorite movie, which is favorite Star Wars movie.
The Empire Strikes Back.
Gotcha. Favorite DC movie.
The Dark Knight.
Hmm. Favorite Marvel.
And a very special for me is 89 Batman. But you can't compare the
I
two.
know. I know. I know what you mean. I know
Yes.
what you mean. Hmm. Favorite Marvel movie. Again, there's many that we really like. I'm just if something sticks out. I know it's hard. It's hard to choose. Favorites are so hard to choose, but just to kind of
Yeah, it's
favorite
difficult one.
Marvel.
It's a difficult one. I like very much um, Iron Man 2.
Hmm.
I I
Okay.
I like very much.
Yeah. Hey, that one pulls you the most. There's probably many you really, really like, and it's a hard choice, but
Yes.
that one seems to pull you a little more. Great. Any other favorite movie, non-Marvel, non-Star Wars, non-DC, that comes to mind?
I'm a very I'm a great fan from the movies. I love uh, all kind of movies.
Or
Of
is
course,
there like
actions one.
one that kind of
So
comes really to mind? Hmm.
I I know it's not a popular choice, but I like it very much. Is it's called Passengers
Oh,
with
I haven't heard of it.
Chris
Huh?
Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, okay.
They're both is in the future.
Hmm.
They are in the starship and they're traveling to an exoplanet, a new Earth
That sounds
kind.
interesting. I might have to check
It's
that out.
very interesting. I know
You said
knows
it's called Passengers?
Passengers. Yes,
Hmm.
it's from 2016.
Okay,
It's
not
with
that
Chris
long ago.
Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence is the first time in Star Lord and
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
and I don't know how they call it in X-Men in the same place. But
Oh, you're talking Jennifer Lawrence. You're talking about. Oh, how did I forget? She can morph into anything. Yeah.
she has the ability to morph.
Oh,
Yes,
sometimes I blank. It'll probably come to me a
yes.
little bit later on. Yeah, it'll come to me at some point.
So that film is I like it very much.
Yeah.
But Terminator 2 for me,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
even today, it stands well.
Yes, it still looks great. Oh, they're
Yes,
so ahead of their time.
yes. And the company that made the effects, they started with that, and right now they're making effects for all the
Hmm.
movies. So
Hmm.
it's like Star Wars.
Right.
They're making right now the special effects for Marvel, and it is called I don't remember it now.
Yeah.
So yes,
All right. And one actor or actress in particular that you would like to name is one that really you really enjoy watching.
there are too many. But
I know. Again, choices are.
I like Chris Pratt.
Mhm.
Is very funny and
Yeah.
and it's also very basic. But I like also Tom Cruise.
Mhm.
I respect him that he makes his own
Yeah, he does his own stunts. Yes.
sounds,
Yeah.
his own
Mhm.
films. So
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
I like the action movies.
Yeah. Favorite vehicle in movies.
Yeah, oof. It should be the 89 Batmobile.
Okay.
When I was child, I loved the Knight Rider.
Me too.
I
Me
love that
too.
car.
For me, it's
I love
always
that
been
car.
three. You mentioned, probably my number one too. 89 Batmobile and DeLorean. It's really hard to choose between those two and Knight Rider. Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you knew this, but the DeLorean was a failure. The brand, the car,
Oh, I know quite a bit
and
about it because I love it so much. Yes, that
and
that motor it totally sucks. The car didn't have any power at all. It's a Fiat motor.
yes, or
And
Renault.
was it? Somebody
Renault.
told me it
I don't.
was
Fiat.
Fiat, but
It
that's what.
was
Yeah,
a four in line motor,
yeah.
and in the film when you hear it, it's a V8. So I don't know if they change it or they tricked with the sound, but
Yeah.
it's not the same engine it has. But after
When I was
the
living in
movie,
Los Angeles, I had a chance to buy the car. It was quite affordable at the time. I think it was like $13,000 $14,000, which is not
wow,
much. But I didn't buy it because that was my vehicle to get around Los Angeles. And Los Angeles, you got to take a car to go to the bathroom. Meaning you're in a car all the time. You're gonna go to the anything. So I didn't get it because I knew it wasn't reliable. So instead, I ended up getting a Mitsubishi Eclipse. But I was this close to getting one. Sometimes I wished I would have, just so I could say at least I actually owned the DeLorean. But it probably wouldn't have gone well, as you're.
A car like that, you can't have it for every day.
Yeah, no, that's and for me, that's I could only afford one car.
One car,
two,
yes.
So,
No, that's a deluxe car. It's not an everyday car.
Yeah, no, that's why I ended up not getting it. This is back when I was like, we're talking about 2003, 2004, around then. Now, I would imagine it would have been a good investment to buy it, probably.
That would be nice. But, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe keep it.
Just keep it in the garage. Yeah. Even if the engine dies, just having the body is probably worth some nice money.
Yes, I think they are pretty expensive right now.
Yeah. And DeLorean Motor Company it's a company that's still alive, as far as I know, in Texas. I think that's where their main, and I know they had a branch. I think they're out of Texas, if I don't remember, if I remember correctly. But they actually had also a branch in Los Angeles, and I went to visit it, and I saw all these DeLoreans, and I was like, wow.
And all of that thanks of the film.
Yes, thanks to Back to the Future. That's right. Made it. But I mean, there's no denying the design of the car was way ahead of its time, and it's a beautiful vehicle.
It's a beautiful, and it doesn't have paint. It's aluminum.
Yeah. Well, some you probably seen some customized painted ones. They're out there. They painted them, but I love that look of the stainless steel. It's great.
Yes, they certainly have a good choice in the movie, because initially it was a freezer that they wanted to travel.
Yes. And that carried on to that Indiana Jones film, the opening. That's why Indiana Jones hops into that refrigerator.
The fourth one?
The one that we all want to forget, I know.
Yes. Yes, and there's a fifth coming.
Yes. Oh, let's see how that goes.
Yes, Indiana Jones in a wheelchair.
Yeah. All right. So, so just kind of wrapping it up here about you as a collector, and then we're going to move on to your collection here. Any YouTube channels that you enjoy watching within, the Hot Toys or collecting realm?
Yes, I try to inform me as much as I can.
Yeah.
So I follow the
which ones do you enjoy?
So I at the time in 2010 I watched Sean Long, as we discussed before. I recently I started with of course Justin's collection.
Sure.
I still watch it. I follow Jedi Patrol, Man of Collectibles, of course you, and the other one that you told me before, Optical 20 and his friend I just forgot.
No, it's okay.
The one we were discussing before.
Are you talking about Paradox Nerd?
Paradox Nerd, yes.
Okay,
yes. I follow also Wheel Foxification.
Oh yeah.
And Dano B2. So I think that's enough.
Yeah. Hey, variety is great. We spend a lot of money in these figures, so getting all these opinions.
Yes.
I'm all for it. That's what it's all about.
I'm enjoy very much your discussions live and the streamings.
Great.
And it's like hearing friends talk. I like that you are very humble. we don't only speak about figures. We speak films, movies, and everything.
Yeah, like we're doing now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So at the end, we normal people just collecting something. But that's what I like. So, of course, I like your channel and Dante because you take the time to respond to people. That's what I like the most.
Yeah, connecting with
Yes.
other fellow collectors. And I don't know
Yes.
why I even have, I should have taken this off. It says here fellow collectors with the bat. I should get rid of that. You see that? It was there, the bat. Because this can change, and I forgot to take it off. There's no bat on the screen right now. What am I thinking? Anyways,
Well,
huh?
he just was here.
Yeah, he just invades
Few
the channel,
minutes.
and then he likes to plaster this on there with the bat, and yeah. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna be taking a look at your collection. I think that pretty much wraps it up. So let's take a look at your collection, and as we do, this looks familiar, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Now, as we're looking at your collection, do you think Hot Toys are an investment?
Well, if you have to sell them, in my case, no, because here is the aftermarket is very difficult here. So
Gotcha.
I never make any money. Actually, I lose money with the
If you
figures
sell.
I sold. I
Mhm.
have Chris Redfield from Resident Evil 5,
Mhm.
and I lose some money with him. Batman also. So for me, no, I buy I buy the hot toys for me. So
You
it
definitely don't. When you make these purchases, you're not thinking about how much money you could get in the future if you sell it. It's just
no,
about the joy of having the
no.
figure.
Of
Yeah.
course that the figure like the heavy Mando over there
Mhm.
is a limited run. Is a figure that everybody wants after he sells out.
Right.
So it's a figure that is gonna have a price, uh, elevated price
Yeah,
after.
yeah. You mean, yeah. Sure. Like the value going
So
up.
so the value, the aftermarket value is important, but
Hmm.
that doesn't tell me to buy or not.
Hmm.
It's
Gotcha.
if I like the movie. That's all.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I'm with you. It's all about, again, emotional connection with the piece. I don't care how much something is worth. Um, Personally, I just sharing my version. If something is worth a lot of money and people really want it, it's not going to make me really want it just because it's such a
No,
rarity. As long as I don't have that connection with the piece. Yeah, I've
no.
tried that before. I've tried buying something thinking, oh, I can sell it in the future, and I end up selling it quickly because not necessarily Hot Toys, but other things, because I'm just not that type of person who can hang on to something just because I think it's going to be worth something in the future.
And in life in general, we're easy drawn to that
Yeah,
game
I know.
because
Yeah.
I must have what that other people has. So we like I don't know who said that, but we spend the money we don't have to buy something, so to buy things we don't need
Yeah.
to people that we don't care.
Hmm.
So I think we need to be ourselves.
Yeah. That kind of reminds me, Fight Club. What Brad Pitt? Have you seen Fight Club?
Yes,
We work jobs that we hate to buy shit we don't need. So
that's it. That's it.
so
That's it.
yeah, they definitely got yeah, just
In this hobby, it's easy because there are too many channels, and everyone is telling you, "Wait, this figure is great. Here, they're gonna produce not too many, so
mhm.
buy." even if in some channels they say I don't say that, I don't say this is for me, but we at the end we end buying that, and we don't like that.
Right.
So
Right.
I had the chance to buy the Commander Cody. I mean, as a figure is awesome, but I never watched the series. I never
No, you just really like that piece in particular.
I don't relate to that,
Yeah,
so I
gotcha.
didn't buy it
Mm-hmm.
because I don't have any memories with that.
Mm-hmm.
So as a figure, yes,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't buy it.
Gotcha. So so I was gonna kind of present here your collection. This is the bottom shelf we were showing before.
Yes.
We were showing here before, kind of going back, and so we're gonna start here with the bottom shelf. Let's see if I can get it there. Yeah, and kind of tell us here what do we have here?
So it's a little mixed.
Mm-hmm.
So movies that I liked, or yes. So Alice from Resident Evil
Yeah.
it's been a long time that I have her.
Mm.
Um, the movie was okay. I had the
Mm-hmm.
chance to buy her. I tried
Mm-hmm.
to buy Resident Evil stuff. I have Chris Redfield.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, so I like that. Deadpool 2 because in December when I buy from Sideshow, it was available.
Hmm.
It's the only one. If I
Ah.
could, I would like
This is
to
the
have.
dusty version.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that not too much people like it,
Mm-hmm.
but I asked
I
myself.
never had it in. I actually haven't had a Deadpool figure as of yet. If I personally were to get a Deadpool, I would probably go with the more what do I want to say, standard. But I'm
Yes,
sure this one's got his charm as well. I do remember in the scene when he's kind of looking. What
yes.
scene in the movie when he's looking
If
like just?
I could, I would like to buy the original one, the red one.
Yeah. The more
But
signature
this was,
Deadpool. Yeah.
I think it was with a discount,
Oh,
and
okay.
I have the chance to buy it from Chai. It was
Hmm.
free shipping also. So I bought him. I told me if I can have a Deadpool, I have this.
Right.
Uh, because
Right.
the red one is what it was sold out. And
Oh,
I don't want to pay $400 for that one.
there we can see him. Gotcha. No, yeah, no, I totally get it.
So that one is an old figure that I have
Is you're talking
since
about Bruce Lee?
Bruce Lee, the yellow
Yeah.
one, yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's
And
Game of Death,
Game
Bruce
of
Lee.
Death, yes, it's
Hmm.
from Enterbay. And okay,
Yeah. Yeah. I
it's an old
remember that
figure.
piece. I do remember that piece. And then over here, you said you've had this piece for a while, the Crow, right?
Yes, yes.
It's nice.
I bought him in 2013.
Oh wow,
Yes, it's been a
nice.
while. I wanted to put it next to his father.
Oh yeah. Sure, makes sense.
I
What
mean,
a what?
Bruce Lee, not
Yeah,
Bumblebee.
I mean, right. No, I know what you. Yeah. I
No,
know what you meant.
it's
I
a
know
joke.
what
It's a
you meant.
joke. It's a joke.
Sure.
And this one
No.
is the 30 Bumblebee DX.
Oh, is that right?
It's it's awesome, that figure. 30, they are making awesome figures. We were talking just before the Transformers,
Yes. Yes.
and I think this is the new breed from that.
Hmm. Looks
Only
good.
thing, of course, they don't transform,
Oh,
but
he doesn't.
they
Okay.
no,
Hmm.
it's big, and but
Hmm.
the detail from that figure
Yeah. Looks
is
like it.
awesome. It's awesome.
Sure looks like it.
Yeah, it's crazy, the detail, and the movie I love that. I don't like the Michael Bay Transformers.
Okay.
I watched the first one. I thought it was okay,
Hmm.
but the other ones, it just
Yeah. No, I can. Yeah, I
at
got
one
it. I
time
got you.
in the theater, you don't know what's happening. It's a mess.
I was just watching. I was just because I recently got into. Uh, I recently got into Transformers again. I did play with them casually when I was a child, but I never was so into it. And I just got my first Transformer since I was a kid. I got the first masterpiece, MP1 Optimus Prime, and I'm really getting into it. And I watched the second, to kind of add to what you were saying. I decided to watch the second, the first Transformers movie. I enjoyed it for what it was, but the
Yes.
second one, I watched half of it and I felt like it was just, maybe it's me, my age, I'm getting older, but it felt too hyper for me. It felt like I need to be on some kind of really one of these hyper drugs to kind of follow or something. I don't know. It was just a little too much for me.
Yes.
So I don't know if that's what you're saying, but for me, too
It,
much,
it
too
seems
hyper.
like they are made by a teenager.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and and those two, I think they were Chevrolet Aveo, the small cars that were talking all the film.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
just annoying.
No,
So
I don't know. I mean, anyone watching, you love all these Transformers. We all have our tastes. But for
so
me personally, it was just a little too intense. Is the word
yes.
I'm looking for.
So the way made when they made Bumblebee in 2018,
Hmm.
I watched it and I love the film. And the
Hmm.
first 10 or 15 minutes, it's actually in their planet. And
Oh, okay.
I
I
don't
haven't
know if
seen it yet.
you really watch it
No,
that
I
film.
haven't. I haven't
It's
seen it.
excellent, and
Okay. Oh.
it was meant to restart the series,
Oh.
and it's excellent. It's excellent. The story tells
I'll have to
of
take a look.
is a very good film,
Mhm.
and that's why I bought it. And 3 Zero, they made
Right.
two. They made
Right.
this one, the DX, and a smaller one.
Hmm.
They don't have a scale. It's not a 1/6, but it's excellent. It's excellent.
Nice, nice. What can you tell us here about this John Wick piece? You like?
Yes, Hot
Obviously,
Toys.
you like it. You have them in your collection. How much do you like this piece?
I like very much.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
because the three movies are great,
Okay.
and they're making the
This is
fourth
from
one.
the first one, John Wick one.
Uh, no, it's from the second one.
Okay. Okay. I
Um,
forgot. I forgot which movie this figure was from.
uh, he's always dressed the same way.
Yeah, exactly.
Same bulletproof.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why it
eh,
throws me off. That's for sure.
but the movies are great, and I don't have
Mhm.
the Max Nut head. I
Yeah,
think the Hot Toy
from what I've seen, it's pretty good. Yeah.
is good. It's very good in person. Is very good,
Mhm.
and that's it. That makes it for me. The accessories that comes, everything is nice, and it sit down a time in sideshow. I have the chance to buy it, and that's
Nice.
it. I like
Very
it very
nice.
much. Yes,
So you
and
got.
I want my collection to be different. It's not only
I
Marvel
see a,
and
lot-
Star
a lot,
Wars.
a lot of variety. I love variety. Here we go into the next shelf up, which
Video
is
game.
video games, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. So
yes,
let's take a look. Let's take a look here. So starting, we got the Ezio, right?
yes. So that's
Is this Hot Toys or the more recently released one?
no, no. That's the original Haptos.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was gonna I wanted to ask you that because I have the same one, but I was thrown off by the backdrop.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I didn't that he didn't come with a backdrop, right?
Yes, that comes with that.
In the box, maybe
Yes.
because I bought it used, it didn't have it. That's why.
What you're looking at, it came as
Wow.
it
Okay.
is. Yes.
I had no idea, and I need to look at the box again, but I don't think mine came with it. But then I got it at one of those recycle shops here, and I got a good deal on it at the time. Now, recently, it's been kind of going down because they re-released it, and it's pretty good too. but I didn't know that. Wow. Okay, that's why I was thrown off. So that explains that.
He is made recently, but it's not Hot Toys. It's another one.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's nice also. But the Hot Toys is really nice.
It's
I
a
love
nice
it.
figure. Yeah, it's a nice piece.
Yes.
I really I like mine.
Maybe right
Definitely,
now
definitely
next
mine.
to the other two is a little shorter,
Hmm.
but for me it's very nice. I love that game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's the only Assassin's Creed that I finished because the other
The
ones,
second
the new
one, yeah,
ones.
that was that was a pretty good one.
Yes,
All right.
I was always expecting a samurai Assassin's Creed and something. Never made it.
Mm-hmm. I think
So
we got to go back here a minute just to mention this Spider-Man
the
figure.
Spider-Man,
Yeah.
yes, that's from the new video game. Is the metallic one.
Okay.
I like that look,
Oops. Let me go back
and
here.
I didn't even play the game. I played the game maybe 1 hour. I have the
Hmm.
game in PS4, but I like the figure. I like the fact
Okay.
that you can have the black light and it show pattern.
Mm-hmm.
It had something.
Yeah,
Um,
that what you call it when
I don't know
you
how to
use one
call
of
it.
yeah the luminous effect kind of reflects
Yes,
when you use those
that
black lights. Yeah,
with the
yeah.
black light,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't have the space to install. Maybe when I moved the shelf, I tried something different. So I like
Mm-hmm.
that. That's the new one.
Yeah, this is new. That's why I thought maybe it really is kind of hard to tell the Ezio, the new one, and the older one, at
Yes.
least from a distance. I know when you look
Mm,
at the details, there's differences. I've noticed those, but that's why I was a little thrown off. And then you had him standing next to this guy, which is a recent release,
yes. One thing.
Leon Kennedy.
Yes. One thing people need to understand before judging is one thing is seeing the thing here and in person. They look different.
Oh, absolutely,
Because I,
absolutely.
I, I see too many judging people in everything,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they don't even have the figure in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's very true. Well, it's kind of like watching a video of the streets and actually walking the streets. It's very different.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
But we live in the time that everything is virtual.
yeah, that's right. That's right. But this is a nice piece. It comes with a
Yes.
nice assortment of accessories I recognize
Yes.
here from playing
It
the games.
it has a lot of
Yeah.
accessories. The
Also has a backdrop.
ammunition, the spray, the backdrop, yes,
Hmm.
and I like
Nice.
very much his a cup. I like that. And that's the new is the last one I got, the
The
Batman,
most recent.
the most recent. Yes,
Hang on a
the
minute. I
last
think
one. I'm
somebody's a
sorry.
little excited here to see this.
Yes, you should invite your friend.
Hey,
Hey again.
how are you doing?
I'm fine. No,
So
long time no see.
let me throw back the bat sign here with the
With
collectors.
Bat. Yes.
So you have a Batman figure. The only DC figure you have in your collection is
Yes.
Batman. So hey, I'm liking that. At least you didn't choose Superman, you know. I mean, I like Superman too,
I
but
had Christopher Reeve Superman, but sadly
well, that's a
I
pretty
sold
good
him.
piece. Yeah, I
Yes, it's
I used to have
nice.
that piece as well. It's a good one. But so, what can you
But
tell us
at
about this?
least, yes,
What can,
I love this. I didn't finish the game, but I love this piece. Is
it's
very
very nice.
bulky.
Yeah. It's
Is like
different.
an armored Batman. So I
It's
liked it.
it's most definitely a different look for
Yes,
Batman. That's for sure.
yes, it's very nice Batman.
Here, I like Solid Snake as well. Well, this is Big Boss Snake, but um, let's take another quick look here at Batman because you know it's your only DC piece. We should take a closer look. So
Yes, this
yeah,
is the only one, but more they are coming.
what's the actual name of this Batman?
It's the Arkham City. I don't
It's
remember right
okay.
now. It is
Yeah,
the
it's is this a skin in the game that he wears,
yes
like an extra skin?
is as far as I know, it's in the game. It's in the end of the game. but
Okay.
I didn't finish the game.
Sure.
But
Sure. But
I
nice
thought it
design.
was a very limited production, so I bought it, and I don't regret it, because
Sure.
when you have it in hand, the materials and everything is very nice.
Yeah. So we
So
have we have Snake here. I'm gonna go back to bat. No, I'm just kidding. So nice pick. At least I got a Batman figure. I'll see you.
at least, see,
he had to make his appearance again. Hush, I know. With
yes,
something DC on screen, it's hard to keep him away.
yes. I'm sorry, I don't have any more Batmans, but I
Well,
hope
I'm
to to
it,
have the 81, 89, and the next year when it's being released, the Dark Knight Rises.
oh, I'm sure the Bat will be happy to hear that. Yeah,
I have them I have his
just get rid of this here.
in pre-order. I have
Oh, you have them on pre-order. Cool.
yes.
So here we have Snake, Big Boss. This is before he became Big Boss, right?
Before, yes.
Yeah. Metal
And from
Gear.
Metal
Okay.
Gear,
Oh, yeah. I almost gotta do the voice here at some point.
it's not far from the Batman,
It's
so
not too far. Yeah, it's
you
more
you
like Metal
you're almost on
Gear.
point. Yes,
Gonna
Oracle.
yeah.
I
Uh,
like that
so-
in this game you can eat things.
yeah. Oh, I remember that part. He goes, "Ugh, it's
Ugh,
rotten."
it's rotten.
When he
Yes,
was eating the frog.
or tasty.
Yeah. I remember that were really
I,
good.
I like the fact that you can if you were you receive a shot on anything, you have a broken bone.
Yeah, I
You,
know.
you,
No, I mean, we are talking about this before. Talk about innovative games. I mean, we're talking about this before we did the interview. How much of a fan I am of Metal Gear, and you are a big
yes,
fan of Metal Gear. We could talk. We could do a interview and just talk about Metal
just
Gear for
Metal
two
Gear.
hours.
Yes, it's very nice. Sadly, it's the only figure that we have from Hot Toys and Snake.
Yeah. I as you know, I got this guy customized. I had more of the standard
Yes,
military camo. I want to call it camo outfit. Yeah.
yes, come on. Yeah.
Hmm.
And when I was in Toy Sapiens in Tokyo,
Hmm.
I wanted to buy the Raiden from Metal Gear Rising,
Ah, yes.
but
That's a nice piece.
he was sold out also, and it was almost $400.
Oh
I don't know
boy.
why
Yeah.
they're so expensive in Toy Sapiens.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And yeah. Well, the Japanese, when they really want something, they always want new, and they want it fresh from the first hit. Toy Sapiens here is the official carrier store of Hot Toys. So in a Japanese mind, as far as I know, it just makes sense. You got to get it from them. But then me, I'll get some stuff from them every once in a while, but I want to save some money, so then I just get it from the shops that I go to. I can even get them brand new sometimes for and save myself $100. So to me, it just
You are
makes
very
sense.
lucky over there, because you not only have Toy Sapiens, but you have all that stores, second hand, everything. You
Oh,
have
and,
the
and, and thank goodness for that, because if I had to buy,
yes,
as much as I love that I have these Toy Sapien shops. I
yes,
want to support as much as I can. With my channel, I'm always doing the tours, and I really, needless to say, I'm super grateful. But I can't always be buying these figures for these prices, because they are pricey. So it's great that you have those other options to be able to save some money. Um, Occasionally I'll buy from them,
uh,
but mostly I buy online and from sometimes literally I lie to you not. You can go 2 blocks away to the other shop I like going to, Mandarake. They have an
Mandarake.
unopened, brand new, same as you had in Toy Sapiens, which is literally 2 blocks away, as I said, and you're saving yourself $100. So, I mean, in what mind doesn't that make sense? At least for me.
It's crazy.
So that's the deal for me.
They should send you some figures.
Well, I hope they hear you.
Are you listening?
Yeah, right. So here we got some Marvel, right? This is
some of them.
Introducing your top one more, going up a level here in terms of your shelf. Got Rocket.
Yes, the Endgame one. I would like to have only a shelf from Guardians of the Galaxy. I love that film.
Yeah. You're mentioning mentioning to me before, Chris Pratt.
Yes. Star-Lord.
Yeah. The Wasp. The Wasp. Wasp. Why am I saying it so strange? Great head sculpt, right?
Yes, it's great. It's great, and I had the chance because when I was going to buy her, I was also to buy Gamora. So this shelf is called "Where is Gamora?" Because she is in there,
right?
And it went sold out. There was also sold out, and I was in the wait list. So I have a message. If I wanted, it was available. So I bought her. So the Ant-Man is always
which Ant-Man is this? The Ant-Man, the one that comes with the mega smiley face?
Yes, that's one.
Briefly, any thoughts on that head sculpt?
Yes, it's awful.
Okay.
But it's weird because you see, it's him. It's only the smile. I don't know how in Hot Toys that could pass QC because it's so weird that they release that.
I don't know, experimenting with something and see how people respond, perhaps.
It's nice to change the expression, the expression faces, because it's almost the same face.
Right.
But I don't know.
Yeah, no, I understand. A lot of our figures, they have this I want to call it poker face expression. Yes. Just not much going on. But when you go for a certain expression, I think you should get at least almost every figure, I think, should have a poker face. And then in addition, like for example, Bruce Lee comes to mind from Enter Bay. I remember one that he's just got a regular expression, and he's got this one that he's just yelling like that. I appreciate when they give us those extra things. But if we're going to have just one head sculpt, it should just kind of be playing it safe.
Yes, but it's like Moff Gideon. I don't know how it will be coming because it's coming next year. But he almost is angry. And he's a very good actor. I like him very much. Giancarlo
Esposito,
yes. But he's with the same face. He can communicate too much things. I know it's difficult for Hot Toys, but I don't know why they can make him more angry or something. He means to be badass. Something bad news is coming. So you have the photos we have to pre-order, and it's the same face. I don't know. I don't like that, but okay.
So you're not a big fan of the Moff Gideon figure that's gonna come?
I will buy him.
Yeah, I'm thinking to get him too, just because as you mentioned, what a great actor.
Yes.
Again, I'm bringing up The Boys. He's in The Boys as well.
It's like Ant-Man. That's not gonna change my decision.
Okay.
So I will buy him anyway. Instead, if he had an awesome head sculpt, I wouldn't buy him. But it's nice.
Yeah, and I can I got to think Breaking Bad.
I just watched it again for the third time. Series is For the people
fantastic
who didn't watch it, watch it.
Yeah. Anyway, going back to your collection here in Marvel. Yes. Speaking of Marvel, we got Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, yes. I'm not fan from the hands effects that she has, but
okay, yeah.
I wanted to try something different.
Sure.
The head sculpt is nice. His hair, I'm happy. I don't have any action pose or anything. It's because of the suit. It's from that material.
Like a Iron Spider, I would imagine. I haven't had this Captain Marvel. I haven't had her in hand, but I've seen the suit in person. It looks like it's the same material as the Iron Spider.
I would love that Iron Spider.
It's a good piece, but you just really can't pose it over long periods of time because it's just gonna crease the heck out of it.
Yes.
This Doctor Strange is a good figure.
Yes, it's from Infinity War.
Infinity War, yeah.
Yes.
Honestly, I know most people in the community really like this head sculpt, and I like it too. But I almost wish it would have had the hair dangling down.
It's like the new one they announced with the Iron Man.
Yes,
that's the perfect head sculpt.
Yep.
That's
Yep. And I'm almost tempted to do that kit bash in the future. Doctor Strange with that Mark 50, what you call it, Iron Strange.
Yes.
Grab that head sculpt and place it on Doctor Strange dressed like this.
Yes, Iron Strange because Dr. Man, it would be bizarre. Dr. Man or Iron Strange.
Oh yeah, I know.
It was a bad joke. And this one, it wasn't available in Sideshow.
So this you're talking about Nebula?
No, the Doctor Strange. So I absolutely want it. So I bought it in Hong Kong.
Oh, great. So you got this figure in Hong Kong, is what you're saying?
No,
you ordered it from
Hong Kong. Ordered it from
okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Well, you were telling me before you've been here in Japan, you've been all over pretty much many places in the world. So I was thinking, maybe you bought them in Hong Kong.
No, I didn't have the chance to be over there. Maybe one day.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to that.
I know. In your last interview, Desi.
Yes.
He went over there too many times. Yes. It's nice to visit one day. Hot Toys.
It would definitely be.
It would be really nice.
All those, not only Secret Base and Echo Base, but also to see all of those shops they have everywhere with figures. It's just figure world everywhere. From what I've heard,
it's a great market from millions of dollars a year. So
yeah. So what can you just Nebula piece? Great head sculpt.
Nebula is great. It's great. I had the chance to buy her before it was waitlisted.
Yeah.
And Thanos also is for me is the one to have. I know you have the same.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yeah, to me it's the ultimate Thanos. Is of now the battle damage is nice. It's a nice addition, but I feel this, if there's only one Thanos for your collection, to me, in my opinion, as I can't stress enough, in my opinion, this is it.
I have the Mark 85 battle damage in pre-order.
Oh yeah.
So when it comes, maybe I will buy the battle damage Thanos to make the final scene.
Gotcha. That's a good reason too. Yeah.
Maybe.
And you have, but as of now, you got here the Mark 50. I see.
Mark 50. Yes. Yes.
Very nice. That's a
very
nice piece.
I like the almost human form that has, and is the only.
Yeah, this was first nanotech.
It's the first nanotech. The only suit Iron Man got to space. So the only suit that it has a fight with Thanos. So it's very important. So I don't know how the many produce, but it still sits in Sideshow. He's available.
Yeah. Well, I think from what I've seen, they just made so many badges of this figure that it just finally caught up. They kept making more and more and more and pumping so many out that's the result.
That's why maybe they're making the Iron Strange. I don't know.
Oh, and then you got the Neon Tech version.
Yes.
Yeah. So what does that tell you? You know, they got to use that mold.
Yes.
Work it. We gotta milk it. So which one we got here? This is
Mark 7.
Mark 7, yeah. Is this the die cast or plastic one? I can't.
No, it's the die cast. It's the last one.
Okay. Yeah.
Again, I bought it almost before he went waitlisted.
Gotcha. So, that's a really nice piece. I've been. This is another one.
It's very hefty. It worth every dollar. And I choose to, because he's not shiny like the Mark 50.
Right.
So I choose to put it the pieces from Battle Damage. So I prefer that look. So
there's been several releases of the Mark 7.
Yes.
So I wasn't sure exactly, but now from what I can see, and this is also the one you can kind of like transform, like it's kind of like a transformer.
in the pod when Tony Stark he gets punched out by the Loki and he falls. Right. So it came with the pod, but if you assemble the pod, you can have it like this. So you just buy two for that. So it's
Yeah, no, I understand why you would have them, like this versus. Oh, yeah, and he did come with that base. I like that base.
Yeah, it's the same reused base. I know the first Terminator have the same base.
What are these stairs? It's kind of like a diorama here.
Yes, I made it myself.
Great. Fantastic, man.
Yes, I made it and painted myself. Yes, I made
nice
dioramas like that a little bit. I'm not Desi,
sure.
he's very skilled.
Hey, but Desi is extremely skilled. But this looks pretty good.
I can't hand my own.
Hey, you gotta give some credit to yourself. This looks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It takes time. So,
I would imagine. Watching Desi's work and you doing this, it's kind of inspiring me to try something. I used to do some handiwork like that. I want to call it. Kind of painting, I like customizing stuff, painting stuff, and when I was playing Warhammer when I was a kid, I used to create my own.
It's the same. It's the same thing from Warhammer.
Oh, okay.
It's almost the same. The same bases, is the same materials, the same paint. I don't use the same paint, but I
might have to try it. I might have to try it. It would be fun.
And you made a figure yourself. If I'm not mistaken, you have made a figure also.
Which one?
You have made a figure yourself.
Oh boy! You're talking about Combustion, the one that I made.
Yes, that one. Yes.
Wow. Yeah. He shows up every once in a while in my collection videos. I'm looking there because I have him right there. Yeah, that's a Hot Toys body with kind of like a jumpsuit, and I kind of burnt it. I painted it. Yeah, I went nuts doing that piece because I know Hot Toys is never going to make a figure. I want to never say never, but of a movie that I made 10 years ago, the main character, Combustion. It was simple, it was simple to, not that the head sculpt took a little bit of detailing, but mostly it was just making him look all, as I knocked on my earphone, making him look all burnt, and it was a fun little project. That's why I'm saying I need to start doing some of these projects.
It's nice. I think you have the talent for that. It's not that difficult. It's the same that in the Mandalorian is the same. I made it myself, so it's not that difficult.
Yeah, no, this looks nice too, and the paint apps look good. You got some shading and some
yes,
highlights.
Yes, that's called dry brush.
Dry brush, yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That's the word I was. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. Yeah.
So I tried to put all Mandalorian related over there, but
Mm-hmm.
in the future I will have a separate shelf for
Gotcha.
almost everything.
So we have Beskar Mando here.
Beskar, yes, with Grogu.
Yeah, and then we got
The Death Trooper.
Death Trooper. Gosh, I get confused. I gotta be
Death
honest. I
Death
get
Trooper.
yep. I get those two. I trip on the words. Yep, dark and death. So yeah, this is the Death Trooper.
Yes, that's
Very
one from
similar
the.
to the Rogue One version. Only this one
It's the
has, I think,
same.
a little
It's
same
the
one,
same.
right?
It's the same one. Only it have some dry brush
Mm-hmm.
of
A little more
sand,
weathering, yeah, like sand
weathering.
type of
Yes,
weathering, and
yes,
maybe
but
the visor. If I remember correctly, maybe the visor is a little more green on this one.
green is
Mm-hmm.
greener, and the light is almost is more greener.
Mm-hmm.
But this, if not, it's the same figure.
Right, right. And
So
speaking some more of Mandalorian, this is a wonderful piece. I don't have
he-
them yet, but this is a wonderful piece. Heavy
you
Mando.
should, if I may, you
I
should,
know, I know.
you should buy him. Only the gun is incredible,
Yeah.
and the piece itself is very nice. Is as his name is Heavy Mando.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is hefty. Is bulky.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
it's
I
nice. It's
see them
nice.
circulating online recently for a decent price, so might have to at some point. And then we got OG Mando.
OG Mando.
I
Yes.
still I know I did a comparison of these two, and I was more for the Beskar, but it was really a hard choice, really hard because both of them really have a charm.
Both
And
are great.
I mean, Beskar Mando comes with Grogu, that helps.
I have the
But
deluxe version.
yeah, so
So
you're
I,
utilizing it correct exactly.
I
So
need,
yeah.
I think they should make this one with all the accessories from the deluxe one, because the best car came with the all the stuff. I think it was for this one.
Yep. Yep.
It has the cantono,
Yeah. Yeah. Cantono. That's right. I forgot last time. I think it was one of these
the
interviews.
ice cream bucket,
Yeah.
full of Beskar. So you never saw the Beskar Mando carrying that. It's this one.
Hmm.
So I think maybe the television show was still in the air with this armor. They couldn't do that, but I think all the accessories that came with Beskar Mando,
Right.
it, it,
Right.
it,
It's
wa-
almost
it,
it's
is for this one, not for
yep.
the
It's
other
almost
one.
like you have to buy both to just kind of combine them
Is
correctly.
exactly yes.
Yeah, and like it's kind of like a conspiracy theory, but maybe that's what they were thinking to force people to buy both. I don't know.
Maybe,
Who knows?
maybe I think it's more related to
Yeah, the source
because
material.
in the
They
show,
couldn't reveal baby. I want to call him
yes,
Baby Yoda, but Grogu.
Grogu,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
Baby
yeah,
Yoda,
yeah.
it's the same
Yeah.
because
A lot of people now call him Baby Grogu, so that that
Baby
makes
Yoda.
sense. That makes sense. It's not because I still like to call him Baby Yoda, and his name is actually Grogu. So hey,
I, still,
Baby Grogu, just combine it.
I saw a meme that made
Yeah.
me laugh in Latin America and Colombia is called
Mhm.
Drogu.
Oh, Drogu. Yeah, I can only imagine. I can
Yes,
only imagine.
you know.
Yeah.
And yes, for me, I can't choose. For me, I love Mandalorian, and at the time, I have everything Mandalorian in pre-order, so
Hmm.
I will buy everything Mandalorian. The only one that I miss is the one you have, the Stormtrooper, that I miss.
What
The
the remnant?
the
Remnant trooper?
Remnant, yes,
Yeah.
that one I missed.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's a pretty good one. I love the weathering.
Yes, but I have in pre-order the new
Yeah,
ones,
you got
the Stormtrooper Commander and the
right,
yellow one.
right, Right, and then you have this incinerator trooper as well.
Yes, unarmed, because I didn't have the space.
Gotcha. Yeah.
For the, I don't know how you call the tank, like the scuba diver tank he has in the back.
Yeah,
To,
talking
to
about
the,
the weapon.
yes,
Is
with
it
the
the
frame
weapon?
tower.
Oh, no, yeah, he's got that tank. Yeah, right,
And the
right, right,
back,
right.
the backpack he
Yeah,
has.
yeah. You can, backpack.
So I
I'm
didn't
sure it's
have
got an
the
actual
space.
name. I can't recall now, but I know what you mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my idea with these Mandalorian troopers, when I receive Moff Gideon, is to have one shelf with Moff Gideon in the front
Mm-hmm.
and the troopers like, yeah, at the end of the first season,
Gotcha.
and
Yeah.
the new troopers with Boba Fett when he's
Yeah.
smashing them.
Yeah, I want to recreate that.
So in the future, my collection will not stay like this. In a few months, it's gonna be different.
Mm-hmm. Hey, yeah, I'm all for changing it up too. It's nice too. So, continuing Star Wars here,
Yes.
going to a different section. Is this like a
This
different section of your room,
this
or
is this is the same room with another
right?
shelf. I
Yeah.
have five shelves
Mm-hmm.
and two for hot toys. So
Okay.
this is
First,
a
we
Han
have
Solo.
Han Solo.
This is the least expensive figure that I have. I know Han Solo with Chewie right now is 600, 700, like that.
Oh yeah, it's
But
going
you won't
really
believe it how much
expensive.
I pay for this one. You won't believe it.
Go ahead.
It's the second hand. It didn't have any box, anything, just like him,
Oh,
like
you got
that.
a loose figure.
Less loot figure, but 29 bucks.
Oh my god! Wow,
And actually,
wow.
it's a place
That's
over here that
that's a heck.
sells.
That's a
Say
heck of a deal.
yes,
Wow.
yes.
I jump on that in a second. I mean, I've never seen any. I don't think I've ever seen
No,
any Hot Toys loose figure for that price.
it's because there is
Wow.
a place here that they sell secondhand stuff, and they didn't know what they had,
Mm.
because I spoke with the
I
salesman,
love hearing stories like that. That's great, man.
and
That's great.
I told him, can I see it?
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw underneath the shoe, it say
Yeah.
Hot Toys
Yeah.
29. I say 29. Here's is Swiss franc, 29
Okay.
by 20
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
$30.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. That's pretty amazing. And hey, that's inspiration for me and for you guys watching. Go out there sometimes and you may get lucky hunting. That's why I'm always kind of trying to I'm just hoping I get lucky like that every once in a while. But
Yes.
that's pretty darn cool. That's
Yes, you
for
should
sure.
hunt.
Oh yeah, no, I love the hunts. I also was going to tell you, I appreciate you. I don't know if you turned on the lights of this Vader just for this video, but if you
Yes.
did, I appreciate that,
Yes, I made
because
it.
I know how much a hassle it can be installing batteries. So
I know that, and
yeah,
it's time to Hot Toys to install a style USB port
oh
to the
right,
figures, because
right,
installing that in Iron Man is just waste of time, and it's like 5-10 minutes and it's gone.
yeah. Let me just go back here a minute.
So yes,
This is a very nice piece, this Vader.
it's the 40th anniversary.
Okay,
Darth
going back
Vader.
to Han there and back to Vader
Is the
here.
it reissue from the other one, so it's only the box that changed.
Right.
And
Okay, we're going
again,
back much.
it sat a long time in sideshow, and it just went waitlist. I don't
Hmm.
know. The people is weird. They thinking, because they wait to the figure go wait list, and after
Yeah,
that they buy it.
right. I love this base. Very
It's
nice
very
base.
nice. It's very
Yep.
nice. I
Yep.
hope they're releasing the look Bespin look that is coming soon.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah.
we don't know.
That
Maybe
dual
coming soon.
Pack DX is going up in price like crazy.
The X7, if I not
Yeah.
wrong. I
Good
don't know.
memory. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
It sounds right to me. We have Boba.
Again, 40th
Boba Fett.
anniversary Boba Fett.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. This is the 40th anniversary. I mean, it's the same
Yes.
as the non 40th, and just like Vader.
It's the
So
same.
you can't tell unless you see the box, right? The box is really the only difference.
Yes.
But
It's
yeah,
one
this is nice.
of my favorite figures since I love Boba Fett.
Oh, the design of Boba Fett is awesome. Okay, so kind of going down here, we got some Terminator action, right?
Yes.
I love this
Yes.
piece. Needless to say,
DX13.
yeah,
Yes.
DX13, awesome piece.
Battle damage.
And Terminator always comes to mind as one of my all-time favorite movies.
Me too.
Yeah, yeah.
Never gets old.
No, the T1000, nice.
Yes.
I use this picture. This is from your Instagram.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
That's it. Yes.
yeah. I thought that would be a nice addition. You can,
Okay. It is
yeah.
nice. Yes.
Let's see if I can go forward and operate this right. Yeah, because it was a nice image. I liked it.
And both figures that they come in the same DX13.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's not really a dual pack, but yeah, it's like an accessory. But hey, you get yourself a T1000. So
That one is a DX.
I'm trying to think too. I
12.
get confused. My DXs.
Yes, but it's also a DX.
Yes, it's you're talking about, but this head sculpt is the
It's from the
DX13,
yes, that's right. Because
and
the other head sculpt that came with that only looked good with the glasses. I
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
like it so
yeah.
much.
The purrs, right? The eyes look funny. Yeah, I've seen the figure.
So yes, so
Mm-hmm.
I choose to swap the heads,
Gotcha.
and I
Yeah,
wanted to make
but
the scene
the
that
good
is
thing about
shooting.
this one, good thing about this one is the act. As far as I know, and as far as I remember, the actual jacket and pants is actual leather. It's not pleather.
Oh,
It's actual leather, as far
okay,
as I know. Yeah,
okay,
so you
but
don't have to worry about it deteriorating.
it's
I think.
been 7 8 years that I have him,
Okay.
and it's like that.
Yeah, it's actual leather,
Those
as far as I
those
remember.
those photos and videos are from this week, so
Yeah, yeah,
it's like that. It's very well aged.
yeah. And it's funny how they went to leather and then they went back to pleather, because this, I know this DX13 is the battle damage Terminator is pleather again. So I don't know how they
Yes,
kept switching. It's just cheaper, I guess.
I paid at the time less than $300, and right now it's
Oh no, I know
800.
that piece is a very desirable piece,
They should
and rightfully
release
so.
it. They should release it again.
Well, that's yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, hey, it seems there's many people out there, like you were mentioning before about Terminator. Many people who missed an opportunity. New people who are in the collecting game who want these pieces now. So yeah, that's why I understand reissues being a thing. I also understand those people who are upset about it. It's one of those things that it's good on this side, but not so good on the other
The,
side.
the people that are angry about reissues is because they are expecting the value to come high,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
and and
Yeah.
and and
And not
they
only that, I think it's also the fact that not because they want to sell it, they just enjoy having a piece that's rare and sought after and hard to get. It's kind of like, I like having this because it's rare, not necessarily because of how much money, but of course that too. But I've come to find that there's a lot of people who just enjoy having something that's rare, hard to get.
that's when brands like Hot Toys that are not very clear because they say limited run
Yeah,
or
no.
limited edition, but they don't say how much, how many they
Hmm.
produce.
Hmm.
So I don't know. With that Prime one, they made 500 or 1,000 or
Yep.
X quantity, but it's difficult to say. So they
Uh-huh.
have the right to reissue.
Oh, a piece like this, I could totally understand. This Indiana Jones. This is the DX, right? As well.
DX
This is the same
5.
one. Yeah, the same one I got.
The head
Yeah,
sculpt
we
is not.
actually, it's like you were saying, we do have a lot of figures here in common. That's for sure.
Yes, I told you in
Yeah,
one video
yeah,
of your
yeah.
collection. Yes, We are from the same age, so
yeah. We're around pretty much like 1 year difference between us.
yes,
So,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
same generation, very similar taste from what I can see here. I love Indiana Jones too. Needless to
Me
say,
too, me too, me
yeah.
too.
Which is your favorite Indiana Jones? Anything sticks
The
out?
first one,
Okay.
the first one. I love.
I'm a Last Crusade guy. I don't know.
Yes, yes.
Don't kill me.
No,
But
no. It's
I'm a Last. I just love the chemistry between him
and
and yeah,
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Yes,
Julia,
yes,
what
yes,
are you doing,
yes.
yeah, Julia? I like Sean Connery's. Well, I thought it was going to be. I like his.
Ah, you're good imitating.
I try.
Yeah, but the last part from Last Crusade is very nice. He has
I love
to
I
spell
love the
God's name.
chemistry. Yeah.
And recently I have a dream that I was playing over there, and the blades come here. I don't know what I
Oh
dreamt
wow. What?
before the sleeping, but
Yeah.
yes,
Sure.
there are movies that come with us since children, and they will stay
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
us every
Oh,
time.
definitely the three Indiana Jones. Oh,
Yes,
I mean, I'm saying Last Crusade,
the
but I love all three very much.
the fourth one, we don't better
Yeah. Well,
not speak.
which one is that? Is there a fourth one?
Yes, did you know?
Oh no, I
He,
think I said something about some movie before in the refrigerator and all that, but I already forgot about it. So anyway, yeah, no, this is. I mean, the first one, needless to say, great movie. Temple of Doom,
yes, I love that.
fantastic. I remember as a kid watching it. Yeah,
And
and
that's Enter Bay. That's not Hot Toy. It says Enter
this is
Bay
Enter Bay.
Ip Man.
Okay, I
He
thought
was
so.
he
I
was
thought so.
the master, Bruce Lee master,
Hmm.
and Donnie Yen. He's amazing.
Hmm.
He's amazing. Enter Bay figures doesn't age well with time, but
I do.
I,
I did have. Well, I still have Bruce Lee. I have him in storage, but I have the Enter Bay Bruce Lee. It's not Enter the Dragon. It's the other one,
with the
Dragon.
mirrors.
No,
No,
not Enter the Dragon. No, not with the mirrors. It's it's like one of his first ones. I think it's like the first movie that in China really blew up. That's like a little hint.
mm,
Gosh, I'm blanking today.
they were very fun in Enter Bay to make Bruce
It's
Lee.
something of the dragon. It's also something of the dragon. It was
Uh, the Last Dragon? No. Uh,
okay. I'll probably remember, or you know what? I'm gonna look this one up because now it's bothering me.
Go ahead.
Let me look this one up. Yeah. How can I not remember a Bruce Lee movie? It's not like he made very many of them, that's for sure. And I'm such a Bruce Lee fan, and I'm looking like I'm not.
That was limited edition.
Yeah. Let's see. So I remember very well Game of Death. And you had Enter the Dragon. That was the most popular because you know it was a Hollywood movie. But he made all these movies in China. He had one where the Japanese were the bad guys. I'm not sure if you remember that. No,
Yes, and Jet Li, he made one like that also. Well, anyway, the Japanese were the bad guys at the time.
while my phone loads, maybe my internet is kind of getting overloaded here or something. Let's continue here. So it's Ip Man, right? Not
Ip,
IP Man.
yes, it's Ip Man. Yes,
Yeah.
IP slash man. That's the first one. They made fourth.
Yeah, I should be watching those movies. I like I said, I love Bruce Lee. I love all these martial arts movies. Either though I can't remember the name of my Bruce Lee movies, which I love so much.
I also love them very much because they are not only actors; they are martial artists.
Yes, indeed,
So
indeed. These guys really could kick ass and fight. Like, yeah,
is like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
right.
He was before that he was a karate champion from Europe, so he can kick ass.
Oh yeah, yeah. Is this from 24 in the background?
Yes, this is
Okay,
Jack
I was
Bauer.
gonna say okay. I was trying to figure out. Is
He's
that
Jack
actually
Bauer who made
Jack
that
Bauer?
voice of Snake in the fifth game.
Oh, that's right. But I didn't like that.
Me neither.
I'm all about
the
David Hayter.
David Hayter, yes.
Yeah, I'm all about David Hayter.
Yes.
Hey, I'm remembering something. It's like I'm dead brain, and my brain is like because I've been having a busy day, so I'm remembering something, which is good.
It's very good.
So yeah, Jack Bauer.
I was great fan from 24.
24.
This figure,
I love the first season. I've only seen the first season.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Right now, maybe it's a little dated, but I like it. I like it.
And here's a little story for you. When I was living in Los Angeles, I did work as a double on a series that was just a pilot, and it was directed by the same guy. He's Canadian, directed by the same guy is 24. So it was kind of nice to work with him as well. But the guy is not easy to work with. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I heard that.
Yeah.
But wow, that's nice. You were I never had stand double.
I was let me see. Yes, I was a stand-in for one of the characters. I did so many different jobs when I was living there. It's kind of hard to remember. But in that occasion in particular, I do remember I was a stand-in. Yeah. And when he called in the stand-ins, you better show up within 2 seconds or it's gonna rain fire. I remember, but I never had any issues with him. Everything was great because I was on point, like really focused and making sure they don't need me for something. But if you weren't there when he needed you, ooh boy.
Well, most of the people they are like that because I heard also that Schwarzenegger is like that. James Cameron is like that.
Michael Bay.
Yes.
I haven't had the pleasure, I want to say, but I definitely heard some stories. Yeah.
Also with Michael Bay, because if you're not over there, everything will explode.
Oh, right. So we're kind of wrapping things up here. You got some Caballeros del Zodiaco, some Saint Seiya.
Sí.
Yeah. So what characters we have here? I see Phoenix. That's Phoenix.
Yes, that's
Andromeda.
Yes, all of them, all the 5. Dragon Shiryu, but he felt and I took it out from the shelf.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's one of the last scenes from the last
Hades. That's a Hades.
Yes,
okay.
Hades, and Athena in the jar.
Okay.
That became red because he's absorbing her blood.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Oh, right, but I do remember that.
Actually, the figure came with the white one, so I changed the color myself. And the 2 at the very end are the Thanatos and Hypnos. They are the 2 gods, the sleep god and the death god, and they work for Hades. So it's the last from the classic Saint Seiya. It's the last one that we saw.
Yeah. I saw everything. I saw them all, but for me, there's nothing like the first season.
Yes.
I missed the blood. I mean, it was over the top. I know that they would. One guy would get punched, and it's like just blood everywhere. And I remember that one scene with Siryu fighting his the black version, Caballero Negro, black version, and that fight it was just one little strike and just pouring
Blood.
blood everywhere, and he's just like in a bath of blood. I kind of
That
miss
was
that.
nice.
I was really, you know, the first time I saw this was the first thing I ever saw of Japanese animation wise. This was my introduction. And you know, we could easily say one of the reasons I'm living in this country right now is because of this, and Dragon Ball really
Is
influenced me to get interested in Japan, and then just, you know, escalated into, of course, wanting to live here, learning about the culture, the people, and everything. But you know, this triggered it.
I think it's
So
my case. It's my case also, and most of the people that visit Japan is because of that.
oh yeah. Needless to
Is
say, these
because
things. Yeah.
Massinger Z
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
or Gundam or for me it's motorsport or Gran Turismo that started
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah,
Uh,
and in video games, of course, absolutely, video games.
yes,
Needless to
video
say,
games and Japan is a very artistic country.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
very interesting.
yeah. But you know what's really interesting is being an artist here is not very well seen by others, because you have to be a person who studies and goes to the university. And here, everything is protocol. Everything is a pattern. You start here, and there's no, the being an artist is not part of it,
It's
the
a shame.
process.
It's a
Yeah.
shame.
So
That
interesting
leads
that it's
that
like that.
leads I figure that leads to a lot of frustration.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah. But needless to say, you know, you got Toriyama Akira. What is Saint Seiya is Masami Kurumada.
Kurumada.
Yeah,
See.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So
So over there,
great artists have come from this country. But yeah, it's like you said, you know, I mean, things as they are, it's kind of a shame. Yeah,
it's a hard life for
yeah,
the
yeah, 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 yeah.
mangaka
It's not,
mangaka.
it's not socially acceptable. Mm,
It's a shame because they are
mm.
very skilled over there.
Oh yeah, I know, absolutely, and we're getting great stuff. I should mention here, you got some stuff from Japan. What is it? Is this
Yes,
Gundam?
it's a Gundam, a
Okay.
Bandai 1/44th scale. I made it
Yeah.
myself. I painted myself.
Oh,
It's
sweet,
a plastic
sweet.
kit, and Japan Rail Pass is
Yeah,
your kind. You're almost by that.
you can get everywhere around, right? Use the bullet
Yes,
train, Shinkansen.
yes,
Hmm.
it's very helpful.
Yeah,
So mini samurai armor, mini
yeah, that's sweet.
katana.
I love those armors. Awesome.
Actually, I wanted to buy recently a 1/1 scale armor, a
Yeah,
real one.
yeah,
So I would
yeah.
like
That would be
to
sweet.
have that. Yes, yes.
And there's some good 1/6 scale figures. I know there's
Yes,
like I know
I
there's
saw that.
like, yeah, I know there's like Last Samurai, but I'm not talking about Last Samurai like Tom Cruise. I'm not sure which company has made that. I know Rob from Rob Reviews, he has a couple of those figures from Last Samurai, but I'm not talking about those. Those are great too, but there's actually, I'm not sure what company makes it, but
There is a line that
Shoguns, yeah, Shoguns from Japan from back in the
there is
day,
yes there
figures
is
of
a line
them.
that from Shoguns,
Yeah, yeah.
and they are
They're really
very well done.
very well detailed. Yeah.
Yeah, and the armor is from metal, and
Hmm.
they
Hmm.
are $400.
Oh, they're not cheap. That's
No,
why I haven't added one to my collection as of yet. But
no,
there's one character in particular. He's a shogun from the north area of Japan called Date Masamune. His last name is Masamune.
Masamune.
Yeah, and well, they say because it's kind of confusing, the story, that he really wear an eye patch or not, but he was definitely blinded one eye. That's for sure.
Ah, okay.
And I'm very fascinated with that one in particular. He pretty much took over the top portion of Japan back in the day, and he wore a black armor, which inspired, so they say,
Darth
Darth
Vader.
Vader. Hmm.
Yes, yes,
Yep.
yes. He's very famous, Masamune.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So here we're looking at this is, you know, something I really enjoy myself too. We got some Nintendo, Super Nintendo.
Yes, the mini ones,
These are the
new
minis,
ones,
yeah.
the new ones that I made with the games.
Right. Yeah, I got them both.
Also installed.
Great.
And in Japan,
Mhm.
I believe they call the Super Famicom.
Super Famicom, yeah. Yeah.
Here the Super
Nintendo, we got
Nintendo.
Nintendo 64. That's an old school one.
Yes, I have
Got
the
a
mini
PS2.
PS1, the
PS1, the mini cable.
PS2. I have two, just
Yeah.
because I found them in the same place. I found Han Solo.
Oh
They
wow,
have
man!
they have video games and they have the PS2 like that, 30-40 bucks. So I
Dude,
bought about two.
that Han Solo find is crazy. I'm jealous. I'm not
Uh,
gonna deny it. I'm jealous because I don't mind getting a loose figure from time to time. It doesn't bother me.
me neither.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
It didn't have the box, yes. It didn't have
Hmm.
Chewy, yes. But
Hmm.
30 bucks?
Oh,
Come on.
Jesus, that's a gift.
And I pass from time to time over there, but they don't have anything
Okay.
from
Yeah,
Hot
no,
Toys.
I know those things are they're that's I don't want to say once in a lifetime, but definitely a rarity.
So an
Dude,
advice
that was fun.
I can tell to people is you once in traveling or one place, if you see something and you really like it, buy it because you maybe will not cross that again.
It's happened to me several times, and I think back and I go, oh my gosh, I wish. Speaking of giving about video games, Neo Geo. The first time I came to Japan to visit, not to live, was easy to remember because it was when the big earthquake happened, 2011.
2011. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome to Japan. It's a bad joke, but it just happens to be my very first time that happens. But that's not what I wanted to mention. What I wanted to mention is back then the Neo Geo games I don't collect anymore, but I just enjoy the ones that I have. Were so cheap, and then 3 or so years later they tripled and quadrupled in price. If I would have walked into that store that I saw at the time and invested, say, $2,000-3,000, it's not much. It's not that much. If people make much bigger investments in the stock market. $2,000 or $3,000 in games at that time would have became $50,000 to $100,000.
Wow, that's crazy.
Possibly. And I don't want to say 100, maybe I'm exaggerating, but 50 is easy. 50, yes.
Wow.
Somewhere between those two, closer to 50. But nonetheless, we're talking about, but hey.
But if we know some things, maybe
Yeah.
I should buy Bitcoin and everything.
Yeah, I
But
know.
we didn't know at the time.
Yeah.
So
It's not to go with we were talking about this before, buying stuff is an investment. You see, that's the reason I didn't do it, because a lot of those games that they had, I wasn't so into that game maybe in particular, and that's why I didn't buy them. So a lot of times, when I buy things, it's all about the heart, the connection I have, in that case with the game, in this case with source material and these figures. And I've lost opportunities that I could have gained financially because that's just not how I do things. Sometimes I almost wish I did, because imagine I could buy so many hot toys now with that money.
we do this for the fun and for the pleasure
Yeah,
to have it, not for business.
right.
So it's different
Right.
thinking.
Yep.
We are not scalpers or anything. So we
Yeah,
are just
yeah,
collection.
right. Right. And here in Japan, sometimes, I'll do a favor for some fellow collector who maybe wants a figure in particular. They're hard to get and something like that. But it's not my thing to buy
No,
and sell and all that.
it's more the hassle that you have.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And it always, when you do that often, you're gonna end up with drama, in my opinion.
like doing business with family.
True. Yeah.
Not my case, but
Yeah, for family and some friends sometimes,
yes.
it can ruin relationships. Anyway,
Anyway,
so that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Anything you want to add here? Is there something like you said you have an Instagram? I could add that to
yes,
the subscription. So
yes, I have
follow Hadrifter 25.
25.
I'll put
Yes,
that in the subscription, and that's basically gonna wrap it up. Anything you want to add? Final thoughts of anything, Rocco? No,
yes. First, thank you for your time.
no.
I'm not
It's
a
fun.
YouTuber. For the people, excuse me, my English again.
Yeah, no.
And and as I told you before, the difference between a boy and a man is only the value of his toys. So
Very well said. Yeah. Yes. 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 I like
i-
that.
if we're gonna buy these things, is for the pleasure to have them,
Mhm.
and any reason is a good reason as long as you're happy. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I very
Absolutely.
much like this community. I like very much this community because
Mhm.
the people are not selfish, are humble, and they have good talks. So I listen a lot. So thank you again.
Excellent. Thank you so much for being here. And you guys watching, thank you so much for watching. And that's going to conclude this episode of Fellow Collectors, Fellow Collections. I'm looking forward to doing more in the future with you collectors out there. And as I always say, subscribe, like, and comment. Enjoy the path of collecting. And I'll catch you guys next time. See ya. What are you looking at? What are you staring at? What do you need?